So once again, we've seen a fast-paced, physical matchup between two Pacific Island sides in the Sevens. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to this post-match review of Samoa versus Fiji. As you can see to my side, the Flying Fijians able to pick themselves up a 10-point victory. So you may be wondering, what does that mean for Samoa's chances of making it through to the quarterfinals? It is all heavily reliant on the game that has taken place very soon, Kenya versus France. If France manage to win it, they go through to the quarterfinals. If France lose, then it will be Samoa who progress to the quarters. But now we know Fiji, they have qualified top of Pool A. They will take on second place in Pool D, which is Argentina. So that will be a great quarterfinal fixture as well. But looking through at this contest, it was a great start to the match for Fiji, able to really pour on the pressure early with two great tries from YC and Nathunu. For me, he was man of the match. He was absolutely everywhere on the park, making line breaks, getting huge turnovers when it mattered in the breakdown, and also scoring those two tries, like I mentioned. But just before the end of the first half, we saw a bit of a fight back from the Samoans, and it was none other than Tuna Tuitama, one of the younger players earlier on in the match. He did go for a grubber. It was unsuccessful and actually led to one of those Nathunu tries, but he tried it again, just a different type of kick. This time, went for the chip and chase. The ball sat up for him and was able to score that try for Samoa. So at halftime, it was 10 points to Fiji, 7 for Samoa, and then the Samoans about as good of a start to a half as they could have asked for. Straight away, getting the ball, passing it wide. Motu Opitai scores in the corner, and that gave the Samoans the lead for the first time in this group stage match. But then we did see the Fijians show their class later on. Nodovalo was able to score in the 9th minute, and then in the 11th, a brilliant run from My Samoa. And earlier on in that same play, we saw My Samoa dive almost headfirst into the ground to try and get that loose ball, which just shows the commitment he was willing to put in. It paid off for him. He got himself a try, and that was the last one of the match that we did see. So Fiji, 10-point victory. Like I mentioned, they will finish first in Pool A. Samoa still have to wait to find out what happens in that game up against France. But a bit of an interesting fact for this game is Samoa actually only made 2 subs throughout this matchup compared to the 4 that we saw from the Fijians. I believe that is because Poeti Slater, he may have failed his concussion test. Yuna Sione, he's got a bit of a knee injury at the moment, I believe. So the only changes that they made was Nauli Vaia, who came on in the 10th minute, and Owen Nui in the 13th. By then, it was just a little too late to have the impact that he would have desired. Whereas you look at Fiji, in fact, they made 5 subs. Vakundra Billy, My Samoa, Bukayaro, Nadovalo. He actually came on the field very early, actually coming on in the 4th minute. And then it was Batirega, who was the last man who did come off the bench. So Fiji really rotating their squad, playing some good rugby at the moment. They're going to be a hard side to beat heading into their future games, including that quarterfinal up against Argentina. But I would say if there was one takeaway from this game and somewhere where Samoa could have improved, it was definitely that decision making. We've talked about it in the past. At times they just seem to panic, not know what type of play they want to go with. And unlike some other teams, unfortunately, they go all or nothing. So if it works, you get a try, absolutely brilliant. But if it doesn't work, more than likely the opposition are going to get themselves a try. And that's what we saw for that second try of YC and Nathunu. It was a little kick attempt from Tuitama, and then Nathunu just swept on it, scored the try easy peasy. And Fiji in the end was one of the 5 tries that they were able to get. Nonetheless, I do appreciate you all tuning in to the short review of the match, just a very brief one, as we have got plenty more sevens coming up in the future, including those quarterfinal matches. We are going to be covering them on the channel with the live commentary, so be sure to check those out. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.